How's it going today, everybody? Welcome back to Troy's Hobbies. Today on the channel, we're going to be constructing a starting tree for RC Monster Truck Racing or club level no prep drag racing. We're going to show you some inexpensive items you can purchase to construct this. All in all, this should cost you less than $50 American. So let's get on the bench and I'll show you guys what you need to complete this project. All right, we're over here on the bench. Let's take a look at some of the items you're going to need to complete this project. First things first, you're going to need a 2-inch piece of PVC pipe from a hardware store, Ace Hardware, Home Depot, Lowe's, whichever one you have. You'll need a cap for the top, and then you will need, this is the important part here, this is actually a drain. If you get one of these drains that look like this with the 2 Phillips head screws on it, you can flip it over like this and use it as a stand. The pipe fits directly in it. I'll show you guys right here. Just goes directly in like so. And that essentially will give you an 18-inch tall tree to construct. From there, it's a pretty simple process. We just have to drill a few holes and mount a few things, and that's it, really. So let's get into the drilling, and I'll show you how to mount everything up. All right, so the first thing we're going to want to do is clear up a little bit of space here. We won't need the pipe or the base to start with. The first thing we want to do is mount up our lights. And how we're going to do that is we're going to use this old cutting board, basically, and we're going to mount these lights. These lights, you can buy these on Amazon. They're just switchable, remote programmable lights. They run on 3 AAA batteries. I'll leave a link to these in the description. I believe they're around between $13 and $20 for these. I can't remember the exact price, but they're very, very simple. They're remote operated, so your race director can simply just switch it from red to green light on the remote. Really, really simple, and one remote controls 2 lights at once. So basically all we're going to do is we're going to mount those onto an old cutting board with some double-sided sticky tape. And we're going to make sure that these sensors that are on the top are facing up in a vertical direction on both of these. So we're going to get these mounted to the cutting board, and then I'll cut back and I'll show you guys how we did it. All right, so basically what we're going to do to mount these, it's pretty simple. We're going to line the tops of these lights at the vertical. Remember, leave your sensors facing the front of the same direction, facing up. What we're going to do is simply hold the light, and we're going to mark it here on the bottom and here on the bottom. Then we're going to cut a straight edge across. That way we have a single horizontal line to cut. And we'll get these cut up, and then we'll mount these to it with some double-sided sticky tape. Really, really simple. All right, before you guys stick the double-sided tape to this, make sure you wipe it off with either some isopropyl alcohol or some alcohol wipes like these. It just cleans off any oils or anything that might be on the plastic, any fingerprints, things like that. It also helps the double-sided tape to stick a little bit better. So make sure you use some of these on there. We'll wipe these off and get them stuck down, and we'll be right back. All right, everybody, the next step is going to be really, really simple. We're just simply going to drill a little hole through the center of this cutting board. All right, easy as that. One little hole through the middle of the cutting board there. And now we're actually going to drill the PVC pipe itself. I already have a pre-mark right there. We're just going to drill through right on that mark. All right, once that's drilled through, It's really a simple process. We're going to pop the cap off. And now we're going to mount the cutting board to the actual tube itself. To do that, it's really, really simple. I just have this 2mm hex nut. I have a little adapter spacer that goes over it, and then we have a lock nut to tighten it all down. So we simply just take the 2mm and the washer and put it through here. We'll probably have to actually physically screw it through. So make sure you have a 2mm hex with you. There we go. Now it's going through. We'll get this through here, and then we're going to thread it into the PVC pipe itself. Once we have that threaded in, we're going to use some needle nose and lock it down with that lock nut. So I will be right back whenever this is all put together. All right, you guys, I just want to show you all the trickiest part of this build so far. So really the hardest part you're going to have to come across is drilling this through the PVC pipe and then putting the lock nut on. So what you want to make sure is that you have enough thread poking through on the inside of the pipe. Then you want to get a pair of needle nose pliers and a lock nut, little nylon lock nut. And what you're going to do is you're going to get in there and we're going to get that lock nut right on that thread in there. And we're going to continue to thread that in with the lock nut on there. This can be a little bit tricky and a little bit cumbersome, so have a little bit of patience. But this lock nut being on there is a ton of extra security. It went right on. So it's really not too hard of a process. Just have a little bit of patience with this part. All right. I'll get that finished up and we'll get this straightened out and I'll be right back. All right, everybody, here's a look at the quick finished product. It's really, really simple to build these things. This costs less than $50 US. Once again, probably $25 worth of plastic pieces and another $20 to $25 worth of lights and a couple of household items, and you can have this thing built up all by yourself. This weighs maybe 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds. It's very easily portable. It's collapsible, which makes portability really nice, but it's also extremely durable. So if you ever have a collision with a vehicle or anything like that, you're not snapping anything off. Everything is designed to come apart and pull apart and go right back together where it was before. So let me give you guys a demonstration of the light quality, and we'll finish up for the day. Hey guys, Future Troy, cutting in here real quick at the video. I just want to show you all a quick revision that I made to the design. Just put some stickers on it and stuff. But the middle plate here, the cutting board ended up not working out. It wouldn't let the double-sided tape stick to it. So what I did is I took a plastic lid off of an old tool container that I had, and I cut that to fit. And it works a lot better. Now the adhesive tape works a lot better, sticks a lot nicer, and works just fine. So I'll just cut back into the video right here, you guys. Enjoy the rest of your video. All right, you guys, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a light show. We're actually in my bathtub because the bathroom is the darkest room in our house when the lights are off. So there you can see the green. There's red light there. It's all controlled by a remote right here. This little guy, so we're on red, push green instantaneously. Back to red, back to green. We also have pure white light if you want to do that. And we also have blue light if you need that. But I'm going to be sticking to the green and the red. So it's that simple, you guys. Well, that's going to do it for today on Troy's Hobbies. That was a quick explanation and overview on how to build and design your own inexpensive starting light setup for RC monster truck racing or club level RC no prep drag racing. I would not recommend this at the national level where they require a timing system, reaction time, and things like that. This is simply for club level racing or practice. Monster trucks, it's a little bit different of a story. We typically don't use timing systems in the monster truck world based on how complicated our track layouts are. It's not just a straight line. So the light system works just fine for RC Monster trucks. But other than that, that's going to do it for today. I just want to say thanks for everybody for watching. Follow me on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram. We do have a new Instagram page coming out very, very soon. I'll have a link to that here on the screen if we're ready to launch that. Also, I just want to make sure you guys know about troyshobbies.com. That's our new website that we launched. That's where you're going to find information on newest videos, the Colorado Monster Truck Racing Series, which is coming up very, very soon. You can find out rules and locations and things like that on the website. You can also find out information on Brass Ring Fab, which is my buddy Mike Bufka's custom RC monster truck company, where he makes hand-built custom chassis. So that's going to do it for today on Troy's Hobbies. Just want to say thanks for everybody for watching. Give it a like if you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you all are new, and we'll see you guys next time.